I've never gotten beyond 13 episodes myself, so 100 episodes is really incredible.
Getting to the 100th episode is a little bit like winning the World Series.
For me, it was extraordinary because we had this big celebration. A lot of the cast who had gone came back, and some crew, and it was a celebratory time.
It really is lovely because we have so many people who work on the show on every episode from afar, and it's nice to see them and that everybody sort of gets together.
It's an accomplishment. Anytime a show can do 100 episodes, it's a big thing. It's a big feather in the hat.
We thought about what to do. We thought, should we do something that's a wink at the idea that it's a 100th episode? Should we be self-referential to the idea? And we thought, let's just do a fun case of the week.
If he actually has the locations of the other coins, this could be a massive discovery.
We all wanted it to feel exciting, to feel compelling, to feel fun. Of all the different things that this show can do, that felt like the one that was the right approach. Something that felt like an event, something that felt like a big heist episode that would be fun and where we could get an actor to play opposite James who we would enjoy watching alongside him.
Thank you, gentlemen. You may go. We got what I came for.
I have always loved Nathan Lane. Who doesn't love Nathan Lane? It was so great to have him.
The first time I saw James dressed as Raymond Reddington, I acted like a fan. I was like, I can't believe it.
I wanted to work with him, mainly so I could hang out with him on the set.
I've lied, I've cheated, I've killed in pursuit of it.
Nathan Lane brings a sense of fun and passion in the same way that James Spader does. So I think that was a wonderful decision.
I wouldn't dream of taking more than 50%.
You have 1 penny. I have 3. 75-25.
I think the tone of that episode reflected him a little bit, and it reflected the lightness that we wanted our 100th episode to have.
Usually Raymond is 3 steps ahead of everyone. And in this case, I sort of get the better of him and from the get-go, and it's surprising. And he's even his character is thrown by it, although it all works out for him in the end.
The 100th episode was, I think, the 11th episode this year. So you're in the middle of the season. You can't just be like, and we're stopping down on all this stuff to just do a very special. So in the story we had with Liz, we had her literally walk into the task force and steal the case file of a seminal blacklister from season 1, The Stew Maker.
The heist part of it is fun, and then what Elizabeth is going through in the episode is, although it's a lot darker than we've ever seen her before, it's also fun.
You got your man.
And you got your treasure.
After a span of a couple of pretty serious episodes prior to that, to get to breathe a little bit for 100 and to really play with all the things the characters love, which is focusing on Red, focusing on this very personal journey, and then giving him this great adversary who could give it right back.
I think the show has, maintained its quality over all those 100 episodes, and that, I think, is really one of the main tests.
I acknowledge and know that it's a huge accomplishment, but it hasn't really sunk in yet.
Yeah, we blew right past that one. We're working on 200 now. We're well on the way.